Welcome everybody to the broadcast. It is so good to have you all here tonight. Hello, Tactical Bear 86. Welcome. Hello, folks. Happy Monday, everybody. Here we are. Brand new week. Just a handful of days left until the Dawn Trail expansion releases for Final Fantasy XIV. There's going to be a couple days of downtime, so I hope everyone has plans on how to cover that period of time. It's like 26th to the 28th. So, good luck, all of you folks out there that have to make it a couple days with no Final Fantasy XIV. Tonight we're finishing up our Sage run to 90. I expect we'll be doing that very early in the broadcast. Just 2 more levels. I'm level 88, 88 and a half maybe? We'll see. We can get there pretty quick. And then what will we do? I don't know. We have Bard. I think somebody said level up Bard. Why not? My Bard's level 87 or something like that. So it's like really, really close. We could do some Bard. We could also do some Wondrous Tales. So we can cash that in for experience points on the day of the Dawn Trail expansion, which is Friday. I am not doing a special broadcast. Just a heads up. I'm not starting early. I'm starting at my usual time. 7:30, 8 o'clock. PM Pacific time, Friday night. I might go longer than normal, but I have no plan of starting earlier than normal, alright? So keep that in mind. That is intentional. That is to give everybody the chance to play the game a little bit, get a little bit ahead of where I am. You know, that way y'all can come in here and you can start backseating me and telling me about all the new little tips and tricks about how to do everything, as I know everybody loves to do. We'll all have fun together as I can play the little story, and you can sit there giggling to yourselves as I wait for the new plot twists to show up. What's Bard? It's a class. Shoots bow and arrow and sings songs. It's the very poor replacement for Ranger that Final Fantasy XIV added into the game, for who knows what reason. Ranger would have been so much cooler, but we've got Bards instead. They took Ranger and turned it into Machinist. If the queue is fine when DT Early Access is out. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's what Early Access is for, right? It's to make sure that the queue is fine. Day of. I've got plans, alright? I have plans. I hope everyone here has plans, too. On how to maximize Friday. You've noticed we have new emotes. We do have new emotes. Yes. We have several new emotes, actually. That's me wearing a top hat. Sorry, a mage hat. This is me shooting a fireball. This is me with a hat. This is Ray looking confused. This is Ray taking notes. This is Eon pointing. We also have Eon doing a high five, which is different than the wave. Those are all new. We also have a treasure emote. This emote is, it's a loot emote. This is shared between my channel and Gagolian's channel. We both have the same exact emote. And it's on the follower tier. So here's high five and here's wave. Just depends on which direction you want to like face the cat. That's it. Who did these and why am I cheating on Meg? The pixel art ones were done by Tower Slayer. Meg did all the rest. What are you talking about? All right. That's fine. All right. I'm glad you think it's okay. She also did 2 or 3 emotes for Gagolian as well. Gagolian has a high five emote also. He has a point emote also, and he also has the loot emote. So there you go. I don't think I saw that piece, Crystal. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to fire up the game and let's just jump right into it tonight. Man, the bugs this summer have been out of control. I'm tired of it already. I want winter to be here so that the bugs will go away. That's basically the entire reason that I like late fall, winter time, when it's cold, is that there's no insects. You can go ahead and paste that into the Discord if you'd like, Crystal, so I can see it. All Worlds Maintenance, June 26th at 4 a.m. until June 27th at 8 a.m. Hello, Strawberry Sundays. You have urgent news to share with me about WoW PvP. What? Hello, Northcross. Your town is flooding right now. Stay safe. Stay dry. I hope you don't get eaten by mosquitoes. Strawberry Sunday says, I'm proud to tell you that it has not changed one bit, referring to WoW PvP. Within the first 2 minutes, I got called 3 different slurs. What? What the hell? I have never had that happen. That sounds awful. Theo Hart says, Sharp, I participated in sports betting for the first time in my life today. Oh yeah? Why is that? Was it fun? Oh, this is a cute piece, Crystal. This is great. So this is you, your little kitty cat reading a book with the magic hat. That's nice. Looks great. It's your cat, Darrow. You won $100? Hey, nice. Congratulations on winning your bets. You bet on the Stanley Cup Finals Game 7. There's all kinds of stuff you can bet on these days. Like, who wins the tip-off? Who has control of the ball? Like, if we're talking about basketball. Who has control of the ball for longer? Who's gonna score the last point in the first half? It's like, what? How do you... Why? You can bet on how many shots Connor McDavid will make in the third period. Exactly. It's getting out of hand. Did you use the online betting? That's really popular these days with the kids. We don't want that. We want this. We need an Uno reverse emote? That should be pretty easy. Yeah, that should be pretty easy. You bet on end of first period, final winner. The tie first, Florida wins. End of first period, final winner. Tie first, Florida wins. And you won $100. That's great. Congrats, Vio. Bet 25 turned it into 125. There you go. There you go. So how many people... Here's a bet we need to have. How large do you think the queue is going to be when I try to log in on Friday night? How many people are going to be in the queue? $7K? Lots. 5K plus. Maximum 10K, so somewhere between 5K and 10K. So I think we're all pretty much agreed. Somewhere between 5 and 10K, right? Theo split the difference and said 7K. Northcross just generalized and said many. Large queue. This depends on when you decide to log in. Ooh, there you go. Maybe Sharp's thinking ahead. Maybe he's thinking about, you know, logging in early so that that sort of thing doesn't happen. I don't know. Who would even... What the hell? Apparently DPS are on strike now. The DPS are on strike. The tanks are on strike. Only the healers are left. For you and your prime time, the most you've ever had was 1,000. 1,000 in Q. On Crystal? At your time? Just ask SE to make a private server for you and you can log in with no issues. There you go. I need to get the streamer queue, is what I need to get. I need to get the streamer queue. Oh, everyone a warrior. Never mind. I was like, oh, this guy's taking a lot of damage. Oh, he's a warrior. I was going to be worried, but I'm no longer worried. Bristol Data Center at 12 a.m. You have a 1,000-person queue on Crystal at 12 a.m. Man, that's crazy. Keep wanting to ask what level you are currently, but it's always helpful in the title. Yes. So I put it there. Try to be as helpful as I can be. I'm on Dynamis. What's a Q? Sorry, Michaela. That's right. I need the streamer queue. That's all I need. I need to contact SE. I need to get myself a streamer rep. And I need a streamer queue. I wonder if I can actually make that happen. Hello, Rune. Thank you for the compliments. Much appreciated. Dynamis is going to have it nice. Yeah, on launch day, they're going to have it real nice. Streamer queues reminds me of way back when for Alexander Ultimate TPS got accused for having a private server. There you go. It's just streamer queues. Oh, I don't have Panheima in this for some reason. Why do I have Panheima here? feel like I should. Oh god. Panheima is level 80, and I'm only level 78. God. Man. Your housing ward with 7 houses in it might be laggy. Wow. Oh man, stop bragging. Stop bragging about all your good stuff you got going on there. Available housing in Final Fantasy XIV? Are you crazy? So my verdict and overall thoughts on the healer journey so far. Oh man, it has, that's a really tough question to answer. I like playing a healer, I think it's a lot of fun. At the same time, it's weird playing a healer. Because I feel like I spend most of my time trying to optimize my damage. Rather than trying to keep people alive, aside from like a few moments of like absolute panic. You know, I feel like that's the two modes of operation for my healing. I'm either chilling and just DPSing my little heart out, or I'm panicking, trying to find the right button to press to deal with whatever situation I find myself in. So, there's that. I think Sage strikes a good balance in terms of, like, toolkits, APM. I think there's a really good balance for toolkit APM. I felt really hurried when I was playing Astrologian, and I felt like Astrologian was also less effective generally than Sage is. I felt like I was panicking a lot on Astrologian, trying to find the right button to save my tank, because my tanks would take so much damage, and my regens were just like, I had a lot of regens and a lot of heals, but they just didn't seem to do the trick. A lot of times. I feel like it's DPS with extra steps. That's what I hear. A lot of folks have that exact same opinion. I would like them to find better ways to make healers, interesting. Ow. The hell? Oh, I was standing in the wrong spot. That's fine. I want them to make... Here's what I think should happen, is I think they should make the hit point pulls deeper. They should make, the damage that the party takes more varied. Not so predictable. And I think they should probably think about reducing the breadth of the toolkits that every healer has. So like every healer, I think this has been mentioned, every healer can handle every situation at all times, which I see why they do that. But I don't think it, like, the breadth of the toolkit really helps sometimes. It makes it really hard for each healer to feel distinct. Anyway, These are my thoughts. I like Sage. Sage is a lot of fun. Pressing the buttons feels good. Do you not like Raid Wide into Tank Buster? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Do I think it's a crutch that they rely on a lot? Yeah. What's your favorite of the three after the leveling experience? So, I've only done two. I want to make sure that, like, recently. I leveled up White Mage 2 years ago, I think, something like that, to max. I think I had the least trouble with White Mage. White Mage was the most intuitive healer for me. And the reason I say that is because I have absolutely no memory of, no recollection of playing that class. Which probably means that I did pretty well with it. Astrologian, like I said, felt like a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of APM, lots of button presses, and lots of times I feel like I'm not as effective as I would like to be. But I think that's probably still one of the most interesting healers to play. Feels like, it always felt like I had something to press. The only thing I would change about that class really is just the effectiveness of the heals. Because like I said, it always felt like I was in panic mode a lot of time with that class. But the buffs are really fun, the cards are really fun, the animations are great, the sound effects are very good. I like everything about it aside from the feeling of panic. Scholar, so based on what I played in Shadowbringers for Scholar was like super solid, but just didn't really jive with me. I think Scholar feels very rigid. It's hard to describe. I think Scholar also has one of the best healing abilities in the game with Excognition, or whatever, Excog. Excog is my favorite healing ability in the entire game. So, there's that to be said about it. Astrologian in your group says his favorite content besides Ultimates is Alliance raids on server up since it's always so chaotic. Alliance raids, first run of Alliance raids are insane, and they're so much fun. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I'm a DPS babysitting my party's last one hit point. Yeah. It also has something to do, I think, with the pace of Final Fantasy XIV. Like, once you commit a global cooldown, you're committed to that global cooldown. Right? So if I start casting a DPS spell, even if I interrupt it to cast a heal instead, I'm way behind. Way behind. Which means that, I don't know, that can make it feel, that can lend to the whole feeling of, I need to do something right now, so I'm gonna panic, press my buttons. You play Scholar and it's your favorite healer? It's good. Raid wide bleed into Bleed Buster. You get a bleed, and you get a bleed, and everyone gets a bleed. You've never taken your summoner into a dungeon? That's how I leveled Summoner the first time. That's why I had Scholar leveled up. I never played Summoner until this expansion, like 4 weeks ago. So, there's that. I don't think you and I are too far apart in terms of experience. Played Rama today. Both you and the other healer were stunned, and your fairy gave no fucks. Just healed for days. Fairy's great, man. Fairy is where it's at. Yeah, we all have bad times every now and then, right? It's totally fine. So, it's totally fine. He's died once and he's got 2 vuln stacks on currently. But we still got it. Not a big deal. Oh, you know what? I need another one of those lanterns. I need one more iron torch. Well, that was all around awful. What a garbage boss. That's what that guy just said. It would be nice if DPS and support, if each job had a DPS and support spec on the same experience level. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thought. World of Warcraft does that. There are very few classes that have 3 DPS specs. Got like Warlock, Mage, Rogue. Basically. There might be more now. I mean, even Demon Hunter has a tank spec. You can play Druid and have melee DPS, caster DPS, tank, and healer. As long as you like those playstyles for those 3 specs. 4 specs, you should be fine. A tank samurai, yeah, that's definitely not going to happen, but that seems like a fun thing. Get those juicy healer queues. Listen, I'm cashing in on the healer strike, man. I'm cashing in. I'm living good. They don't know what they're missing, man. I want Dark Knight to have a DPS spec. And I want Bard to have a full DPS spec that's not Machinist. I want to be a freaking DPS archer. It's coming in 8.0. It's called Ranger and uses a crossbow. Hey, fantastic. I'm in. Let's do it. Does it have, well, it can't have all of the abilities that Final Fantasy XI Ranger has had, because they gave some of those abilities to Bard already, unless they take them away. Bard stole a lot of the cool Ranger stuff. They did. Yeah. Yeah, there's a healer strike going on. Tactical Bear. We haven't heard of this? I've talked about it most times because I think it's so funny. I'd like to see a chemist that lobs healing grenades or DPS grenades. Just actual grenades. How about just grenades? Yeah, there's so just a real quick background. Apparently that there was some streamers that did a dungeon, one of the new dungeons during the media tour, and they did the dungeon with a tank and 3 DPS. And when the healers in the game discovered that it was possible to do the new dungeon with a tank and 3 DPS, they threw a fit and decided to not heal anymore. And there's like there's a whole thing. There's a Discord where you can coordinate your healer strike efforts. There's all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Like, these people are actually out of their minds. Why is this dancer taking so much damage? There, I gave the dancer cardia. It wouldn't be so funny if they didn't take it so seriously. I thought it was a joke when somebody first mentioned it to me. I thought it was just like people having a good time, you know, getting a bit of a laugh out of it. But apparently there were some folks that really had their feelings hurt when they saw that it was possible to do a dungeon without a healer and with a warrior tank. Let's be clear about that. They had a warrior tank. And I mean, of course they're gonna be able to heal without a healer. That's how warrior is designed. healers have been poor DPS in Final Fantasy 14 for a while? Yeah, that's exactly. We were just talking about that, Jeremy. We were just talking about how healing in the game feels like you're just a DPS for the most part. I was giving my thoughts about the healers that I played so far. I leveled up Astrologian from level 60 up to 90, and I'm just about to finish leveling Sage to 90, probably in the next half hour or so. And while I do have fun, I do enjoy them. They are really cool. My general feedback was that it's hard to balance healers in this game because just of the way the gameplay is just doesn't really lend itself well to that, especially in small format content. And I feel like my Sage is far more effective than my Astrologian was in terms of healing. Astrologian had a lot more cool buttons to press. I feel like my APM on Astro was just super high all the time, but at the same time I always felt like I was panicking because I was just my heals weren't enough generally to keep my tank up in some situations. Unless I was really careful about having all of my hots on them all the time. And even then, there are some places where it just didn't work. We're not gonna go forward? That's fine. That's fine. You did your first War plus 3 DPS expert roulette in 5.0. That's exactly it. That's what I'm saying. This is not new. Were these people not around when they did an 8 tank ultimate? Did they not hear about that? I feel like Lucio when I press the Caracol button. I'm doing my ultimate. But hey, I mean, if it gets Square Enix to pay more attention to like how healers are designed in their game, great. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I definitely think they could use a bit more work. They're on the right track. I think they've got a really good basis for some interesting gameplay. But it's really hard to get away from the feeling that like my job as a healer is to maximize my damage and not keep people alive. I think that's the big difference. Is it feels like I'm supposed to maximize my DPS versus keep my party alive. That's what it feels like to me. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. Hello, Sulu. Welcome. I figure most people are joking about it, but you'd certainly like healers primarily to heal again. What do you mean again? Has that ever been the case in Final Fantasy 14? Maybe back when there was just White Mage and Scholar? Play healer a lot in MMOs. Scholar is unique because it has a pet. Yeah, I like Scholar. I think it's fun. It's a good healer. It just wasn't... Of the 4 healers I've played, it's not my top healer. I would say in terms of, like, interests for me, it's probably Sage and then... Scholar, actually, and then Astro and then White Mage. Maybe I just don't like regen healers in this game. White Mage is really good, but it is extremely boring. It is so boring to play White Mage. At least for me, I was like, okay, I'm pressing this, I'm pressing Cure again. Now I'm pressing glare, now I'm pressing glare, now I'm pressing glare, now I'm pressing glare. Okay, glare, glare, glare. Now I get to press a Flatus Misery. The Flatus Misery is probably my favorite part of that class. Flatus Misery is so good. It feels like that button is great to press. But the rest of it was like pretty dull. I'm barrier pilled. Yeah, I guess. It's weird to say because it's like I find barrier healers really hard to play. Maybe that's why I find it interesting, is because I find barrier healers to be a bit more challenging than regen healers, which I've played most of my life. White Mage is not bad in an 8-man. I think that what you just said about regen is actually something else that is hard for healers in this game, is coordinating heals like that so you're not overhealing. How often has somebody put a regen on a target and then the other healer's like full heal and then your regen is just totally wasted? I know that's happened in other games too. How are you taking so much damage, sir? I don't understand. What is it that you're standing in? You don't like to spend globals on heals? That's another thing that this game teaches you to hate, and that is spending globals on heals. Like, why is that bad? Why is it so bad to spend globals on heals? Because you could be spending them on DPS instead. That's basically it. That's like such a weird, very Final Fantasy XIV thing to have. Darkest, Blackest Night. Why does you have so little mana? I don't know. Don't Dark Knights just vary between full mana and 0 mana constantly? Isn't that the way their gameplay is designed? White Mage is not bad at an 8-man. Yep, got that. Barrier pilled. It reminds me of Mana Ward. Oh god. Listen, I like Mana Ward. Okay. Mana Ward is one of Black Mage's best abilities because it increases your DPS, and you just cash it in whenever. I'm tanking. She's not casting Blackest Night. Oh. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking I see barriers on the Dark Knight, so I figured the Dark Knight was using Blackest Night at some point. I'm interested to see how healers evolve in this game. Why did the Dancer not get my shield? Why did you not get that shield? Something's weird. Something weird's going on with this. Blackest Night should be free. It already has a cooldown. I honestly don't remember how Blackest Night even works. Aside from it's a big shield, and it gives you a charge of your blasty thing when it's consumed, and that's why Dark Knights like standing in bad things. I haven't played Black Knight, Dark Knight since Gosh. That was also in Shadowbringers, and I think I was tanking Innocence with it. It's a long time ago, yeah. Zanerly, thank you for the raid. Welcome, folks. Zanerly? Hello, everybody. How's it going tonight? How was your broadcast? Welcome, raiders. If this is your first time here, I'm the Sharply Dressed Man. We're playing a little bit of Sage tonight. Uh-oh. Dark Knights should be most of the time. Okay. Hello, Diablo. Hey, Rogue of Light. Welcome. Hey, how's it going? You curious how the new, more difficult content will work out? Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to just wait and see. We're not doing a stat reset. So, like, we're not doing a big squish this time, which is interesting. So, we'll see how it evolves. Somebody told me that the tanks are already back at the hit point pool that they had at the end of the previous expansion. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Crazy Doc, thank you for the follow. Diablo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Rogue of Light, thank you for the compliment. You had a good stream? Great. What did you get up to today? So close to 90. 3 million experience points away. We'll get it when I do the MSQ roulette. You don't like a stat squish. You wish you would hit in the billions? Hello, Freckled Pop-Tart. You don't want to hit in the billions, but you actually do want to hit in the billions. I'm not doing the MSQ roulette yet, Northcross. That'll be next. If you want to hit in the billions, play EverQuest 2. EverQuest 2 does that. Speaking of innocence, here we are. Oh my. This is a blast from the past. Oh man. I did this guy 110 times. Back when Shadowbringers was just launched. It was absolutely insane.
This will be a mercy.
Ah, this is the passion of my ascension. Exactly.
To be my servants, feast upon these villains and their foul sins.
Is it okay to just stack these guys like this? Oh, these skulls bridle. Good.
I will crush you.
Good morning, Source Club.
If you refuse to die,
How's it going tonight? Today, this morning.
I I will strip you of the illusion of will.
So we get any enthralls?
Yes, that will be your
Oh, the tank got enthralled. Whoops. That's not good.
receive of me my blessing and rise higher! I will crush you!
You liked it way more than the level 90 EXs that came with Endwalker.
Suffer and know your folly!
I like Innocence's character
You no more!
more than either of those extreme trials from Endwalker.
Bye!
I think that has something to do with it.
It burns! What? What is this?
But yeah. I didn't like Titania very much, though. Titania was fine, but man, that music just got on my nerves after a bit.
The light surges within me! Touch me!
This transformation sequence,
I see now. This is the passion of my ascension.
oh no, he's hot.
Anywhere, I shall embrace this trial.
I see now. This is the passion of my ascension. Very well. I shall embrace this trial.
Feel my wrath, my wrath.
Yes! Oh man, this mechanic here is so good on the extreme version. Oh, so good. Winged reprobation? Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good.
Feel my wrath.
I'm out of stuff. Oh god. Shadow Reaver? Oh, that seems bad. Oh, it's fine though. It's totally fine. Hello, Zozo. Probably we get a level 100 EX of this quality. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I get the sense that the extreme trials in Dawn Trail are going to be a lot of animals. It's gonna be like beastmen and animals. We're supposed to be fighting certain ones. I think I got the sense we're supposed to be fighting like, oh, we're supposed to fight the one that is Lynx. Got it. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, the safe spot's super on that spinning thing. That's super easy to find because it's just this. It's just the ring. It's just this golden ring. You stand on that and you're fine. Oh, the God Rays! Yes!
Know
The JP dodge, yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. When I was playing this with Black Mage, I was like, I was styling on the boss with that. I hope this is the right tank. Yeah, it's the right tank. Oh, you're gonna die. You are going to die. I'm gonna die. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I did that boss a lot. I practiced that boss many, many, many times. Calm the other healer, obviously. Enjoy my one calm. They teased a giant mech boss. Yeah, we'll see. I know that there's like some big, super high-tech area in that expansion that they've teased quite a lot of. I'd like to see the limit breaks reworked. Yeah, maybe. I think that the limit breaks add some interesting flavor to certain bosses, but it also seems like it's a big gimmick most of the time. Like, for instance, when you have to have the tank LB3 to do certain things. I think that's really cool. But at the same time, it's like, well, if somebody else accidentally uses it, you just killed everybody. there you go. So it's really easy to troll your party by using a resource that's shared for a specific. It's supposed to be used for a very specific purpose. If the tank mistimes the LB cast, yeah, that also feels pretty bad. Because you know the end's gonna come, right? You're sitting there, the boss is powering up their giant attack, right? And then the tank uses it a little bit too early, and you're just standing there waiting for the end because you know you're all going to die. This is going to wear off, and then boom, you take max damage. Yeah, I don't know how I'd like to see it reworked. Honestly, it's probably fine the way it is. I doubt it's the brightest burning fire in the game right now. That's exactly right, Strawberry. Willem Dafoe, 100%. You remember what they did with Anima? To be fair, what is it? Like Death Mech? That big guy from Final Fantasy 1 that kills people in the air temple is a trash monster in this game. Like, he shows up, but he's so super tiny and he's just kind of a weenie. But in Final Fantasy 1, War Mech, that's what his name is. War Mech. In Final Fantasy 1, you're like walking across this little bridge. The bridge is exactly one tile wide, so you have to go that way. And War Mech will randomly show up, and he uses like the most overpowered spells in the game to instantly kill you. And in Final Fantasy 14, he's there, but he's so teeny tiny, it's adorable. They misled us. So they're like, basically Northcross, what they had to balance was, if we show them what the actual trial bosses are, they'll get spoiled, right? Because they're going to figure it out. But if we don't show them who the trial bosses are, if we show them something else, they're going to be disappointed. So spoiled or disappointed? Which one do we want? That's a hard one, man. That's tough. Imagine being a weenie. A tiny little war mech. He's about that big. He's like almost as tall as Nucinta. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the bosses in the expansion. I am. Just a couple more days and we'll all get a chance to have a crack at it. Do I think anything significant is really going to change? Not really. I think the game is going to be mostly the same. Healers are going to still have way too many buttons for any given situation. You'll still be able to do the dungeons with tank and triple DPS. Oh, yeah, dude. Ultima weapon. Let's do this. Yeah, it's so soon. It's just a few days away. So wait, what is everybody doing during the downtime? What are your plans for the downtime, chat? Remember, Final Fantasy XIV will not be playable, so you can't say I'm going to do something like farm Eureka. Which I've seen some people say. Which is absolutely hilarious. Sorry, I'm going to be farming Eureka? Like, no, you're not. You're not. You might think you are, but you're not. Alhea, thank you for the 5-stream streak. Congratulations. Big grats. Attempting to finish the Final Fantasy XI story. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Staying engaged in the Final Fantasy universe, just in a different aspect. Gonna play No Man's Sky. Nice. There you go. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. They just released that? Is that right? Or re-released it? It's hard for me to keep up with all the Shin Megami Tenseis that are out there. Given how long it takes for them to make any changes at all to the game, I wouldn't expect much to change in the encounter design until the second tier of Savage. Yeah. Something like that. Something along those lines. Having a movie night in the Discord? Hey, that's awesome, Crystal. That sounds like fun. What kind of movies are you be watching? It's an update to the original 5. It got released on new platforms. Okay. Okay, so it's it is kind of like a re-release, but it has extra content. Working through the old BBC episodes of Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch right now. Hey, those are actually really fun. I enjoyed those. The glory days of PS1 games. 4 discs long. Yep. That's how long Final Fantasy VII was, right? Final Fantasy VII was 4 discs. I think Xenogears was 3, but the last disc was like blank, basically. And then I'm pretty sure Valkyrie Profile was only 1. Might have been 2. Legend of Dragoon. Wow, I watched somebody play through Legend of Dragoon just recently on Twitch. That game is so slow. Slow. Wow. I was shocked at just how long every animation, everything took to do. They had like a fast forward button that they had added to it because he was playing like a port, emulated version. But I was like, I don't remember this being like this. What the hell? Why is this so slow? It's a good game, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a really good game, but man, it took him like 70 hours to finish it. I can't imagine how long it would have taken if he didn't have the fast forward button. Yeah, it's too bad Legend of Dragoon will basically never get another release. It was one of the only games released back then that was developed in-house by Sony. And it was specifically because they wanted to compete with Final Fantasy VII. For some reason. I don't know. It seems a little bit weird. Looking back on it, Final Fantasy VII released on the PlayStation, this game released on the PlayStation, I guess they just wanted to feel like they were relevant.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can his strength truly be so great?
I am truly strong,
It is
guys.
the blessing of light that confounds you.
Come on, La Brea, let's go.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
Maybe they wanted to establish the PlayStation as the home for that kind of
Beyond
RPG?
mortal
Yeah, maybe.
limits.
That's a good point. Possibly.
If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light.
I liked the hardest to beat far
So
more
it
when it was a
shall,
mysterious
for
Allegan
the ultimate
artifact.
weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch.
You see, this is like, I would have loved it if there was more to it. You know? Like, we unlock the power of the heart over time, and cool things happen, instead of just like, boop, there you go, it's all explained now.
Of what magic do you speak?
You don't know the lore? They explain the Heart of Sabik in the Endwalker raid quests.
Parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
I recommend going back if you've done those quests. I recommend going back and just reading the Unending Journey, and just read like the Cliff's Notes version of the
No
quest
more
text.
than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world
Also,
shall tremble.
P10S or P10 casting Ultima, but it's like this teeny tiny little weak form of Ultima. I thought that was pretty hilarious when I was doing that boss. I thought to myself, he's casting Ultima, we're all gonna die. And it's just it was such a disappointment. This is it. Yeah, there you go. Wait, just wait. I mean, it's so perfect. Like, where's the rest of the song? Let's play some Feels Good Inc., right?
Oh, Heidelin. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken.
The reason why I know about that is I think Strawberry linked me a video, a music video, that just covered the two. It was great. It was actually quite perfect. It was like a 10-second clip.
But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains.
I'm just a little Lalafell.
Adventurer.
Don't worry about me.
Let us find the answer together.
I'm just a little Lalafell. I don't stand a chance against you. You have a giant robot. How dare you? Can't you see I'm busy dosising? I don't want to move for your mechanics, sir. Yeah, it just fits 100%. Etheric Boom. It sounds like a raid-wide AoE, but it's not a raid-wide AoE. It's something else entirely. Scene over here. Tank those things. Run back into the center. Cast some more shields. I think one of the things that I would like to see on stage is an OGCD AoE shield. I understand that whatever this is, Holos, is technically an OGCD AoE shield, but it's like it's everything. All in one button. It's like your Giga button. You just push that thing and everything happens all at once. It's like AoE shield, heal, regen. I want an AoE shield. Make it Tatum Battersgall or something like that. I don't care. Really? It's that wide? Man. Sarah from Panheima? Yeah, I guess Panheima does count. Kind of. There's a ton of like OGCD heals in this game. But just a handful of OGCD shields. I wonder if I feel like that would be too powerful? I'm having a hard time figuring out how that would be more powerful than an OGCD heal. Scholars are good for that. Just big shields. I'll tell you, like I keep saying this, XCOG is the best heal in the game. That thing is fantastic. Only Scholars have it. I wish more people, more healers had effects like that. Should I use the LB3? Why do I like XCOG so much? Say, set it and forget it. You put it on somebody and when their HP drops below 50%, it heals them for like a huge amount. It's great, man. It's fantastic. It basically lets me do anything else that I want. I just put it on somebody and I just start doing whatever else and it does all the healing for me. Boom. Congrats on 90. Thank you. We're there, we got it. We're level 90 sages now. Hey, look at that. Now I can actually use this big button on my bar. Blam! Ah, that's cute. That is so cute. Unable to change gear in combat. And then we're back to our leveling sweater. The sad thing is I don't think I can get rid of the sweater now because it's shared between all of my healers. Yeah, it's like Earth Shield in World of Warcraft. Earth Shield had like 4 charges. Every time the target takes damage, it heals them automatically. It's great. I like that a lot. But then again, I guess you could say I'm pretty lazy when it comes to that sort of thing. Because what I want to do when I'm healing, I want a DPS. I'm looking for more ways to increase my damage uptime. And if they need it, it heals them. If they don't need it, it's totally fine. These things look cool. They have little wings. Reminds me of Innocence, actually. Storage? What's a storage? You can pick up the AF Sage wings. Those look pretty cool. Pick up the AF Sage wings. And that's at Charlene? Storage is the Malika's Well final boss. Thank you. I thought it said storage. Who do I talk to get the Sage AF wings? XCOG is a wasted stack of gauge? No, man, it's great. XCOG has very, very little overheal because you know it's 100% being effective. It only procs when you need it. Storage. Storga. No, it's storage. Like Bedge. Or Prage. Storage. Is it this person I talked to? No. The merchant on the left. Sag. Yeah, there you go. Hagnea. Oh yeah, those look pretty cool. Those are like the canonical Sage weapons, aren't they? The ones that everyone when you think of Sage, you think of these weapons. I appreciate the effort there, Adiantum. You could with linking the sets to a glamour plate, but that's work. Oh, yeah, that's right. It also doesn't work if I'm not in a city, right? If I can't change... It doesn't work if I change my class while I'm not in a place where I can change my glamour. Is that right? I remember that being how it worked previously. Is it the didact stuff? Yeah, okay. That doesn't look bad. It's very sagely. Any sanctuary tagged place, which is usually... Okay. I remember having an issue with that, because I would change my class out in the field, and it would like give me a big ol' error that I'm trying to do something bad, and then my glamour wouldn't work. Yeah, that helmet is no good. I mean, maybe like this. This is fine. This is not fine. I'm not like RoboCop, okay? What's better than one gun? 4 guns with unlimited ammunition. Yeah, so what powers the Newlets anyway? Did they ever talk about that? Sorry, I need to know this lore. How do the Newlets power themselves? Is it... Do they, like, suck a little bit of my ether? Is that how it works? They're ether channelers. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So when I'm shooting them with my lasers, I'm actually shooting them with my ether. I'm firing ether cannons at them, which means I'm very slowly killing myself. You control them with your mind, and they formulate your emotions. I like that. I like that. Why don't I control them with my mind to stab my enemy in the eyes? I feel like that'd be much better. So I want crit, right? Do I have any crit materia? That's right, I've got a stack of 99 crit materia. 99 crit 10s that was given to me by a very generous individual. Hey, that's exactly right, Adiantum. I'm shooting my ether at you. Watch out. Okay, who has all of my materia? Is it Dilaudid? I keep forgetting. I think it's Dilaudid that has my materia. Yes. Okay, great. Savage Might 10. Savage Aim 10. I have 87 of them left. I just finished getting 90 Tomestones of Genesis. I should probably cash those in. Okay, so I've never done a Wondrous Tales before in my life. What do I do? I think I open it up like an item, right? And I look at this stuff. Complete the Limitless Blue Extreme. Participate in Frontline. Do a treasured dungeon. Do a level 50 dungeon, a level 70 dungeon, level 80 dungeon, and level 90 dungeon. Okay. Complete the Copied Factory, Thalea, the Final Coil of Bahamut, Eden's Promise, Umbra, or Litany. Oh, God. Go back and do the Eden raids? What? This thing hates me. What else is in there? Is that Emerald Weapon? Hell yes. Extreme Emerald Weapon? And Extreme Diamond? You do all the easy ones you can. So how many can I do? Can I do all 16 of these? Or do I just do these dungeons and then reroll using my second chances? Do one. Use your second chances to restore it. You want 9 completions for the experience. Okay. Okay. So I feel like 50, 60, 80, 90 dungeons pretty straightforward, right? So I want to do these. If I do these 4, can I then re-roll to get a new 12? That might include these? Is that what you're saying? Leviathan Extreme. Final Coil of Bahamut. That's great. You only have until 8 to use a second chance to shuffle the stickers. You only have until 8. What does that mean? Can you be more specific, please? 8 what? You want lines of stickers. Okay. How do I get stickers? I mean, I understand, like, completing these gives me stickers, but what does that mean? If I complete these 4, does that line up these 4 up here? I have no idea how this actually operates. You'll have to help me out. What do you do to maximize your stickers? Your chances of getting extra stuff. It's random where the sticker is placed. Well, that's good. So you complete one of these, and it gives you a random sticker somewhere on here. You do 50 dungeon and mark it off. Then you can retry to do level 50 again, and it will mark off a different random one in exchange. Oh. Oh, gosh. Okay. It's demonic tic-tac-toe. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, let's just do a level 50 dungeon and see what happens. The Praetorium. That's level 50, right? Does that count? Which one should I do? Keeper of the Lake? I like that one. You can do the tasks unsynced except for the roulettes. Got it. Stickers are complete RNG. The placements are not under your control. However, you can shuffle option. You have a shuffle option that can change them. Also, it's 7 stickers, not 8. Okay. Healer ring. Once you place the 8th sticker, you're locked in. You have to place the 9th. Then turn your book into that demonic satanic ritual appraising Tiny Fiend. Wow. Evidently, you don't feel very strongly about, what's her name? It's a very big Reaper, that guy is. I think I've done something with him before. If his scythe is green, I feel like I've actually been in a party with him. Chloe. Chloe is cute. Ayaya. Ayaya. Chloe is cute. Sharp One Anime. She's just Satan's spawn. Alright, well, you're not gonna change Strawberry's mind. Just gotta live with it. Codpiece Clipper? I feel like I say this every time I come in this dungeon, but damn. It's a little intense, don't you think? Why does it have to be so aggressive? Or the scythe is not green. So this must be a different person that I'm thinking of. Gotta say, Rogadin Reapers look amazing. They look so cool. Cute chat. I haven't seen that meme and it's so long. Ayaya. It's been a long time. You know what button I don't press enough? This is the zoomy button. This one. I don't press this button as often as I should. You feel like you used to spam that one? Well, you would know, right? You would know best whether or not you did that. Arrow Blast. Is that a red mage? Okay, great. So what I'm hearing is that the red mage is going to be out of my range for all of my heals for at least half the time. Whoa! Look at the shield on that guy. Damn. A bit of an Ayaya connoisseur. Was that true? Nobody Ayaya'd like you, huh? Why does that red mage keep getting these gigantic shields? Explain what an Ayaya connoisseur is? It's one who has great taste in Ayaya emotes. Ayaya! Were you not around for the Ayaya era of Twitch? It was a very cute era of Twitch. Yeah, it's a reference to, like, there was a BTTV emote, which is basically like an anime girl smiling, and it was the emote was Ayaya, Ayaya, right? That was it. So there was a period of time where all the streamers on Twitch had their own versions of that emote. And I have one too. It's the Sharply One anime emote is my version of the Ayaya emote. The origin is from an anime where she's trying to pronounce someone's name, but instead she says, ayaya. Ayaya. Can we just pull everything here? Can we pull this big Colossus over to the other big Colossus? We can, right? There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Missed out, Sag. Missed out on the yeah, but you were here for the Sag. And the veg and feels good, man. I was here for the Great Face No Space Days of Kappa on Twitch. Feels like it was a long time ago, but it was only back in like 2016 or something like that. Which I guess is 8 years ago now. Damn. You maxed out Adulin Reparation. You maxed out what? So you won't be time gated by that expansion content anymore. What is Adulin? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. The first girl in JP says it's Aya. And it sounds like Ayayo. And the second girl goes Ayaya? I don't know, maybe. I don't even know what anime that's from. Seems like an Azumanga Daioh thing, but that's way after that. I'm too cool for all of that weeb shit. Where'd you get that idea from? Are my shields just so powerful that every time I put it on the red mage, it's his entire life bar? Adulin is the final city state in 11. Every 5 mission. Oh, it's a Final Fantasy 11 thing. Got it. Okay. You're being facetious? Oh. Well, so was I. Adulin is the final city state in 11. Every 5 missions in that expansion, there's a time gate where you're told to spend submission tokens that generate once every 5 IRL hours. Sounds real obnoxious. But very Final Fantasy 11. I just think it's funny before we are, because I was having a conversation with somebody about anime. Did you say weeb shit? I was having a conversation with someone about weeb shit earlier today. So, when he said that, I was like, what? Were you talking to this other person? Because they were giving me a hard time for being into weeb shit. I'm gonna die because I'm too lazy to heal myself, chat. It's fine. It's fine. Also can't be bothered not standing AoE DPS apparently. In rank 9 you only need to spend 1 mission token. Oh, got it. Okay. RC Duke, congrats on your 5-stream streak. How's it going tonight? And Phlegma being like a melee DPS thing. It's a little bit weird, gotta say. That's right, you can still target these guys. Target the big guy, right? You can still target him. Even though these guys are off doing their thing, shooting their laser beams, you can still target the big Midgard Summer. Unlike the prior iteration of this, where he became immune while his ads were out. Finally finishing up the VNC dungeons and getting the achievements before the patch. Nice. Well, grats to you. Glad you're able to get that done before the expansion. Now he's immune, while he's charging up his laser beams. Disgracia has a potency of 160. Dosis has a potency of 180. Wait, really? Is that big of a difference? Damn. So if you Disgracia on if you Disgracia on one target, it's really only losing 20 potency, which is just that's wild. That's wild to me that that's that little. That's what I'm saying is, it's really not that bad. Like, if you accidentally press Disgracia one more time than you should because something died, you're not really losing that much potency at all. It's just 20? Usually it's a lot more than that. Something like almost 100? Although it's probably just an artifact of the fact that I'm level 50 right now. The potency might go up. The potency difference might go up as you gain levels. Yeah, get him. Get him. You like a Pepsi buff on Sage? Should ask Sketch out how about the Pepsi buff. Sketch is not a fan of Pepsi. I like when they have a special stack marker for the Akmorns. I like that as well, yes. And it's important because you need to know which effects are, which AoEs are a single target, like, that is to say, you get hit one time really hard, versus those that are multi-hit, because you prepare for them differently. They keep hitting you over and over and over and over again. And sometimes I would need to recast my shields, for instance, in the middle of it. Okay, so that should have ticked off this. So that gives me a cake sticker. So now you're saying I click second chance? Is it time to second chance now? That I've done this one thing? Pepsis? Multiple Pepsi. It's multiple Pepsis. Right? One Pepsi. Two Pepsis. You want to do everything you plan on doing first. Okay. And then you second chance after that. So let's do level 70 dungeon. How about we do the burn? That was always fun. You pronounce it Pepsis? Yeah, I'm saying if that sounds gross to you, just pronounce it Pepsis instead. Then it's like you got one Pepsi, multiple Pepsis. It's like you're busting out a pack of sodas for your party, you know? Your bros. Alright everybody, get ready. Here's the Pepsis. Try to complete as many tasks as you can before burning a second chance point. Okay. Got it. I love the music in this dungeon too. That's why I chose it. This Dark Knight looks like he just walked right out of ARR with the default gear. Oh my god. Very chill, yeah. Okay, we need to watch this Dark Knight's mana. Alright, so their mana is going down, which means they're using their abilities. Maybe I should use some of these Toxicon charges I actually worked so hard to get. I need to check the potency of Phlegma. Phlegma is 400, and then it's got to fall off. Versus Dyscrasia is 160 to everything. So you definitely want to use Phlegma, 100%. over Disgracia. Okay. I mean, I knew I needed to use Phlegma over Disgracia, but how much do I need to work to get it done? Seems like it's actually very potent. He's got that red shirt kind of vibe, but for Ishgard instead of Star Trek. You're absolutely right. Oh my god, you're 100% correct. He looks like he's about to go get his face blown off by some dragons out in the wilderness. That's fantastic, man. That's great. Nidhogg's like, a snack. Don't you look delicious? Tower Slayer, thank you very much for the raid. How's it going tonight? How was your stream? Welcome, folks. If this is your first time here, I am the Sharply Dressed Man. We're playing a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV tonight. We're having a great night so far. I think it should be fine here to not pop either of these two. Oh yeah. Can't quite fit the two Magic the Gathering online leagues into one night. So I saw that you were playing League Play. Is that what you were doing? I knew that you were saying that you had like a time limit, I think, for the games you were playing as well. That's awesome. I didn't realize they had like online Magic leagues. Law's AoE should be smaller. The little bullets should be smaller, yeah, I agree. It's the size of my ether. Right, we figured that out earlier. Since it's just powered by your ether, I've just got big ether. It's a 5-game league. The better you do, the better the prizes. What kind of prizes are we talking about? That's awesome. I think he got hit by the big blast thing, which is a no-no. The AoE on me? Oh, I see. Because I'm tiny. MTG also plays its games on a 25 per player chess clock. Well, that's interesting. This this something you plan to do regularly? $10 to enter, 2 to 3 gets $5 back, 3 to 2 and better, and you get your entry back plus prize packs. That's slick, man. So, how did you end up doing? You said you weren't able to finish both of the leagues, but did you say how you placed? You did finish both. Just took a couple hours longer than normal. Got it. Got it. Okay. First league was 4-1. Second league was 2-3. 4-1 seems pretty good. I forgot how OP Ixicol was. You see, in situations like these where an OG CD shield would be great because the cast time for the tank buster is really short. So unless I've already fought this boss, and I know exactly when that tank buster is coming, there's no way I'm going to respond in time to be able to actually shield my tank. So I have to use a direct heal. Or an OG CD shield. You're up a couple of dollars worth of play points. You don't get cash back, but points towards future event entry. That sounds like a fun and exciting event, man. I hope you have a great time with that. And yeah. When's the next time you're planning to do that? You know, just in case somebody wants to follow you on Twitch so they can see the next episode. Plan to stream a league game or two most Mondays and Wednesdays. Hey, nice. Seems like a pretty reasonable schedule. So the next one's this Wednesday. There you go. You still playing Cassette Beasts, or did you finish that? Come on, you can live for another 4 seconds, right? Also, this would be a perfect pack to LB if I were the Bard. If I were playing the Bard, I would definitely LB this pack. You're gonna get back to Cassette Beasts at some point, but a new Magic set came out, so you've been distracted. No worries. Sounds good. I get it. I get it. You want to focus on the new and cool stuff. I like how this tank does ready checks. This is such a rare thing to see a tank actually doing ready checks. I mean, it's not like it's super necessary, but still, it's interesting and fun. Did somebody got frozen? Somebody got frozen. Happens every time. Where are you? There you are. It's not a big deal. Everybody gets frozen from time to time. So this debuff is pretty frickin' awful. Whatever that freeze debuff is that the guy puts on your party members, that hits hard. What the hell? Oh, there's the Tenchi Jin. My question is, are we going to use the LB? Will we use it? Nope. Didn't need it. Didn't even need that LB. We were all so caught up in doing badass DPS, we didn't even need that limit break. Okay. So now we are 2 things down. So I've got a cake and a pumpkin. 2 out of 9. So they give me 12 options, but I don't even need to use all of them. I can do 9 things. If I get nothing, so just getting 9 seals, finishing this gives me experience points, right? 0 experience points if I turn it with this class, but if I turn it with something else, then I would get more. So if I looked at my Bard, for instance, which is level 87, so close to 90. But I see, yep, 4.7 million. So it's half a level. Scales. And that's pretty good. Starting off the expansion with a free half level seems solid. Hard to argue with that kind of value. Level 80 dungeon. Alright, let's go do that. Let's do a level 80 dungeon now. Hero's Gauntlet. Wondrous Tales gives you half level no matter the class. Got it. It's about to give me half a level on my Black Mage when the expansion releases on Friday. The MSQ is always short on experience points because they want you to do side quests. Yes. The MSQ will always get to a certain point and then stop. Because they want you to have a reason to go do all the side quests that they give you. But yes, it always sucks when you get to that point where you're doing the MSQ and the next one is just gray because you don't have the level to do it, even though you've done all of them before. I think the expectation for most people is that you should be able to just go do the next quest in the line if you've done all of the quests up until that point. It feels very jarring to have to stop your MSQ experience and go do like 1 or 2 side quests just so you can continue. Go get him, big guy. get those monks. Did I not proc a single shield on him? I didn't get one charge of Adder Sting off this guy. Okay, is it boss time? We're already there? We are. Wow, that was fast. Actual level of the job from 80 to 90 and Unwalker doing only yellow quests. Yeah. I very rarely do any of the side quests. Very rarely. So much so that folks that are obsessive about doing those quests get mad at me because my map is just full of quest markers. It's just all quest markers. Ah. Oh, that's right. He moves it. I forgot. He moves the damn thing. Let's do this, that. Should be good to go. A nice little regen. Filling us up from whatever was left over from what the shield didn't catch. You do them, but you're angry the whole time. You do all your side quests, but you hate yourself for it. I can't believe we have to do all these stupid quests. I hear you. I hear you. Gotta say Disgracia 2. I'm sorry, not Disgracia 2. Is it Toxicon 2? Toxicon 3? Toxicon 2 looks way better than Toxicon 1. Way better. Toxicon 1 looks very, I don't know, it just doesn't look like it's very impactful, you know? Still have level 70 quests in Tomra and Coluzia. Oh yeah, I've got 70 quests everywhere. I do the ones that lead to me getting like Beast Tribe dailies open. Definitely do all those. And I do the ones that are necessary for me to actually continue the MSQ. That's about it. Yeah! Get him! Get him! There you go. Nice job. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Has that guy been dual wielding the whole time? The big frog guy? Wait a second. I'm looking at his arm. Is his arm a harp? Or is he holding the harp? I think his arm is the harp. He's got a bow in one hand and his arm is like a violin slash harp. It's a little bit weird. I didn't realize that. Huh. Okay, okay. Hello, Loki-san. Welcome. How's it going tonight? It's a violin. Yeah, it's but his arm is the violin, is what I'm saying. Whatever it is. Harp, violin, mandolin, guitar. It's his arm. He's not holding it. That's the bard for 8.0. That's it. Exactly. Now, did I hit anybody with that? Nope, sure didn't. Sure did not. That's creepy. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Wow. I didn't realize it was quite that weird. When I first saw that guy, I thought he was just a normal guy holding a bow and a violin. Slash harp. Ah, the Necromancer. The Spectral Necromancer. The mobs need to settle down with the AoE. Yeah, give me a break. Where's my AoE silence? Please don't stay on top of me. No. I feel like no matter what job I play, there's always somebody who just stands on top of me wherever I am. I could be doing whatever. I could be playing a bard, and there's just going to be somebody else whose job it is to stand right on top of where I am. Who's that over there? The machinist, obviously. Man, if I had a nickel for every time I cast my shield late, or cast my damage mitigation late, I'd be so rich. I could make a living just playing this game. Just this class. Alright, I need you all to, like, not be everywhere. Can you do that? Just a second. Who's that over there? The tank. Better than it being a machinist. Disranged behavior. Who's that over there in the corner? Oh, it's the machinist. Oh, it's the red mage. I mean, it was the red mage that one time. Red mages like to come back, though, which is nice. It's the bard. It's the dancer. zooming around. So, the way I've got my buttons laid out, there's a non-zero chance that periodically I will turn on my RP walk. So if you see me turn on my RP walk, chat, that's what happened. Is I pressed my buttons slightly wrong, and I am now walking around. It's very, very intentional. It's designed that way. Dancer needs to be within 15 or 20 yalms for their steps, so they don't normally have that issue. But they could. Oh, you're right. You're right. You heard that I walked the walk? You heard right. That's what I do. This pack right here, I always accidentally burn all of my DPS cooldowns on this stupid paladin before Lise shows up and does her thing. Every time. Or is it Giat? Is it Giat that does this? I don't know, whatever. Somebody breaks the shield. It's Giat. Now you can actually DPS. The little dwarf lady, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I think I thought it was Lise because there's a Shadowbringer's dungeon with like a very similar setup where she comes up and then she punches it really hard. Alright, time for the best boss. The Spectral Berserker. I like this guy, except it's really easy to mess up. It's really easy to mess up this mechanic here. Not this one. This one's really straightforward. But the one with the... where he drops like little piles of rubble on you? I was with a pre-made party of like 3 people. I was the 4th person. They didn't know how to do it, so they were like breaking them. And then we all died, obviously. This mechanic. Yeah, we're gonna die. I'm gonna die. Well, I'm not gonna die. Maybe. Yeah, I'm dead. I should have moved. I should have moved over to the rubble. If I had done that, I might have survived. His name is Berserker, but he has a great sword. Well, what weapon did the Berserkers use in Final Fantasy V? That's where this job comes from. So, is it? What did they use in Final Fantasy V? Was it an axe or was it a sword? Was it an axe? Yeah, I don't know. least does the exact same thing in Gimlet Dark. There you go. That's what I remembered. The pixel remasters are really good. They're actually quite good. They had just a little bit of quality of life improvement to like make the experience smoother, but for the most part, they're extremely faithful to the source material. Alright, I'm just gonna run back. It's cool watching this guy try to solo it, but he's not gonna kill it. I'm sitting here thinking about the TP bar. HPMP TP. The long lost TP bar. And how Sprint used to consume TP. You liked 5, 6, and 7? Because they're in your nostalgia strike zone? I liked 4 and 6. Because they were I originally experienced them as Final Fantasy 2 and 3. 7, obviously. I forgot that Final Fantasy 1 is like a weird, has these weird time travel mechanics in it. Like, the whole last area takes place 2,000 years in the past. For no reason. I just thought that was a little... I was watching I've been watching this channel that does these, speedruns, these tool-assisted speedruns, so it's basically like a robot playing the game perfectly. So, I mean, the idea is how fast could you possibly finish this game, right? I was watching a tool-assisted speedrun of Final Fantasy 1, and it gets to the part where, you know, he's about to fight Chaos, and it's like, yeah, you go 2,000 years in the past, and Chaos is there, and there's some kind of time loop or something. So the Warriors of Light save everything, but at the same time, they're cursed to always fight Chaos forever. It's very dramatic. And I totally forgot that was an actual story point in Final Fantasy 1. Garland shows up at the end and turns into Chaos. 2,000 years in the past. Guess I shouldn't stand in that. That Reaper is as far away as you can possibly... Is this the Reaper over here? Oh, it's the Machinist. Jesus. It's fine. He had like 500 HP. It's all good. The calm the Reaper for almost dying. Was it the Reaper that killed me on the first time? I think it was the Reaper that killed me. I forget. It was. $499 HP more than they needed. That's right, exactly. Everything's fine. Everything's pretty chill, okay? Final Fantasy 1 was wild like that. 6 is best in slot. 6 is excellent. 6 is excellent and stands up really well. Even today. Okay, let's do a level 90 dungeon. Exactly. Alright, we're done with that one. Let's go do the Fell Court of Troya. I haven't healed any of these level 90 dungeons yet. None of them. So this ought to be fun. This is the first time I get to use Numa as an actual ability. You're a fan of 4, but you always preferred more character-driven stories? 4... What do you mean? 4 had 1,000,000 characters in it. As compared to 6, you mean? 4 more sleeps until Dawn Trail? Alright, North Cross. Have a good night. Four was extremely character-driven, where 6 was more plot-driven. Oh. Oh, I thought you were saying you're a fan of 4 in spite of it not being character-driven. Okay, yes, yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah. 4... Well, the reason for that is that 4 was, like, one of the last Final Fantasies where you had to have certain people in your party at certain points in time. All of the ones after that allow you to configure your party to be whatever you want, unless they force the people that are supposed to be interacting with the story into the plot. By nature, have to be more flexible. So there's a few, like there's definitely, you know, cutscenes and things like that, but you know, I feel like Final Fantasy IV's storytelling is much more cohesive than others because it. You know, these people are there, they're having these experiences, they have these jobs. Whereas in other cases, it might be any collection of people that are there, and they all might be experiencing these things, and they all might be doing, you know, whatever the hell it is that you're currently up to. Wow, I thought that was going to be a lot more impactful than it was. That's why I like 4. It's a lot like Breath of Fire in that way. Breath of Fire was also really great. I think Breath of Fire got to the point where eventually you could put people in your, like, configure who was in your party, but for a lot of it, you basically had your party, and those are the people that were with you, and they were doing things together in a very set way. It was telling a story through that. Lunar did the same thing. A lot of those older games did that. And a lot of newer games do the exact opposite. Which is to say, you can have anybody in your party that you want, and it's very configurable, but it also means that the story has to be less... It has to be more flexible. So, that's my observation there. I feel like pre-World of Darkness 6 was very character-driven, post-World of Darkness 6 was more about the world and the plot, rather than the characters. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. That's a fair statement. The opera scene in Final Fantasy VI will always be one of my favorite events, story plot points, whatever you want to call it, in a game ever. Just gonna stand this up like that? I guess we can. I guess we're fine. I guess we're fine. You guys know better than I do. Obviously. Yes. Fine wine. We gonna shake it off there too? I think we did. That was beefy. I like that. I was a bit of a RPG connoisseur in my day. I think 7th Saga needs a re-release. That game is hard as hell, but it has a special place in my heart. It's honestly needlessly hard. That game was ridiculous, but it was so much fun back in the day. I really enjoyed the 14 rendition of Kefka. I think they did a wonderful job. Yeah, I really agree with you there. The Kefka in this game was excellently done. The ascended form of Kefka, when he's in angel form, ridiculous. I thought they captured all of the detail from the 2D sprite and rendered it so beautifully, along with the giant statue that he uses in the final fight. It's just, I was blown away. Just unbelievable, the amount of fidelity they were able to get from that. You like it when Kefka burns whole cities to the ground? Kefka is... I've been thinking about why Kefka is such I consider to be a good villain, when he's just so senselessly violent all the time. So normally I don't like that. Right? Normally that's not what I would consider to be a good villain trait. But he makes it work. I think it's because he has this conviction that everything he does is right. And it's just... somehow it works out well for him to be so chaotic and violent, and it just makes you hate him a lot. And when you finally fight him at the end, it's actually a really moving encounter, because you're like, man, I've known this guy for a long time, and now he's like some kind of weird god, and I get to fight him, and it's awesome. There's very few games I can think of that actually motivate me that much to want to fight the last boss. God. Was my shift W not off cooldown? Oh, I need to figure that out too. I need to put that on a bar somewhere. He made you laugh while he was killing you? I guess. I mean, doesn't he, like, joke about people pulling people's guts out or something like that at some point during that game? I'm not sure very many people would find that funny. He makes himself laugh while he's killing you. Uh-oh, somebody got doomed. Kefka worked because he was so hilariously evil and vile that it disseminated self-parody. That might be it. Maybe he was just so much of the stuff that I normally don't like in bad guys that it worked. He just leaned into it so hard that he made it work for him. Oh, you are screwed, buddy. Just kidding. I have every button I could possibly want to deal with any kind of situation that arises in a dungeon like this. It was the maniacal laugh that pulled it all together. Yeah, that was it. That was it. The crazy 16-bit laugh for Kefka and the tiny little sprite. The little sprite moving its hands up and down as he laughs at you. The opera scene is pretty goated. It's the best one out there. I think there's very few RPG. I'm trying to heal and talk at the same time. There's very few RPG scenes where it's so emotional and moving than that. Healing on stage for you is always really comfy. You like regardless of any situation, you have something to handle it, even if your co-healer is on the ground. Yeah, my co-healer is on the ground. Non-existent. Man, stop it with the AoEs. What's happening? This dungeon is so weird to me because the music is so chill. Is this the Final Fantasy IV town music? But the contents of the dungeon are decidedly not chill. Why'd you try to make it so chill, Square? Do. Just waiting for this guy to watch the cutscene. This is a good rendition of this music as well. Your ether is mine! Cursed Echo.
Breathe deep of your death.
I just accidentally did that mechanic correctly. I forgot I'm supposed to stand in front of a wall for that. And yet here I am.
My blade thirsts for blood.
Good, I can zoom. I gotta zoom more. The guy that needs to finish this dungeon just DC'd. Oh no. That is so unfortunate. Maybe over-mitigated that attack. Possibly.
Protect me, my minion.
I zoomed. I did it. Alright, here we go. Oh, he's back. Hey, nice.
I give you a taste of true despair. Stubborn mortal.
And we're alive. Look at us go.
Come, fill your lungs.
It was a good feeling what fighting this guy as a dungeon boss, Scarmeleon. When you first encountered him on Mount Ordeals, you really enjoyed that. I thought that was fun too. Yeah, Mount Ordeals was great. that way. Uh-oh. Oh, she just... Yeah, nice job. We did it. Pearl of Fissures. What was that? It's a crafting item for the housing trophy? What's the housing trophy? What's that? I have to calm somebody. Let's calm the tank. Okay, we got 4 of 9. We got 4 stickers. So I can see why getting 3 lines, even like just 1 line, is really hard. You can get 9 things and just not get any lines. You can make housing trophies for most EX fights and certain dungeon bosses. Oh. Oh, that's pretty fun. The Beatrice card. Already got that. Okay, so what else do we have here? Copied Factory, the Leia, Final Coil of Bahamut, Eden's Promise, Abyssos, 7th or 8th circles. If I do the if I just queue up for Abyssos, does that... Like regular Abyssos? Doesn't have to be Savage, right? That sounds like fun, actually. I've only done these raids once. So I would definitely die. So the 7th circle of Abyssos. It has to be P7 or P8 normal. Okay. It has to be normal mode. You got hosed earlier today. 6 of 9 with a perfect setup for 3 lines. But whiffed entirely. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Okay, so hypothetically, we're gonna have full rested. We're gonna have a half a level from Wondrous Tales. We're in a pretty good spot to hit the expansion running. Asuka, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Asuka Cross's chat. How's it going tonight, man? How was your stream? Welcome. How's my prep? Pretty good. We just finished doing Sage today. We got Sage to level 90 today. I have all of my healers at level 90. Which is one thing I wanted to do before Dawn Trail started. It's great. Look at that. Boom. Done. I'm doing my Wondrous Tales right now. We're knocking those out. You're playing Aiden Chronicle. I played through that a few, like a month ago. As a Sage Bane, you support that? Nice, nice. Thank you, thank you. What do you think of it? A friend of yours got a gold commendation from 3 Lions a couple of months back, and she's going to make bank when the servers go up and the first set of crafting gear is released. Good. Congrats to your friend. Almost finished with it. You're loving it. Nice. Yeah, it really if you enjoyed Suikoden, if you ever played Suikoden and you thought to yourself, I need more games like that, Eiyuden Chronicle is 100% that. Scratches the exact same itch. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Suikoden 1 and 2 re-release. Whenever that happens, it's supposed to be sometime this year, but for whatever reason, they keep pushing the date back. So that should be coming out sometime soon. We're gonna have that. I finished Eiyuden Chronicle. I think that's what I played just before I started playing Final Fantasy XIV again. Getting right back into that for the Dawn Trail expansion. Looking forward to that too, yeah. Man, that'll be good. It is going to be a lot of fun. I agree. Suikoden 1 and 2, one of those rare games that lets you carry over your save file, your save information from the first game to the second game. And I think there are some champions in Suikoden 2 that you can only get if you have Suikoden 1 save data. I'm gonna force a bunch of people to go do Abyssus, 7th Circle. Never played Suikoden? You feel like you missed out on a lot? It was in the same era as like Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a PlayStation 1 game series. It's really good. It's very good. It basically, the whole thing, if you watched or have seen anything about Eiyuden Chronicle, the whole thing is that there's over 100 heroes that you can recruit, right? And all these heroes have their own little micro stories, and they all have their own little ability skill sets, and it's always fun to try to find the right combination of heroes that works out best for you, that supports your playstyle. Because like I said, there's hundreds of them, right? So you can go and you recruit them, you can collect them like little Pokemon, basically. Hello, Sarvaith. Sorry for the long message. It's okay. Is this still a great game without the story? Depends on whether or not you like raiding, I guess. Or if you like activities in MMOs that aren't the story. Have you played an MMO before? And if so, which aspects of the MMO do you enjoy? If you're playing World of Warcraft to see how what happens next, how the story evolves, then I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I think the rating's really good in this game. The rating is very well designed. I have my critiques of it, but they're mostly nitpicks. I think the fights are too long. Yeah, thousands of hours in World of Warcraft OSRS and Black Desert Online. Your favorite thing is the sense of progression. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it then. There's plenty of jobs to level up, right? So you get to max level with one job and you can start doing other jobs. You can do some savage raids, ultimate raids, extreme trials, gear yourself up, collect things, farm, fish, whatever. I still say it's the best MMO on the market. Suikoden 2 is on par with Final Fantasy 6 and Chrono Trigger. I don't remember enough of it to be able to tell, like, to make that kind of comparison. Which is funny, because I played Chrono Trigger many times. You know, I'm very familiar with how that story progresses. Final Fantasy 6, very familiar with that. Suikoden 2, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Or Suikoden 1. I know that there's a war, and that, you have an adventure. There's like a sequence with a vampire. that's it. That's all I remember. That's why I'm so excited for them to re-release it, because I want to refresh myself on what those games are even about. All I remember is this distinct sensation of having loved playing them. so now I want to remind myself what I liked about them so much. Almost the same with Breath of Fire. Almost the same with Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire 1 and 2 are much more clear to me than Suikoden. Breath of Fire 3, I thought it was okay. Breath of Fire 1 and 2 were my favorites in that series. How many Breaths of Fire are there now? 6? When did they stop making those games? Breath of Fire. There's Breath of Fire 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. Breath of Fire 6. Hakuryu no Shugosha Tachi. Released on Microsoft Windows and Android. Also available on iOS. Wait, what? Breath of Fire 6 is a mobile game? Yeah, so there's Breath of Fire. There are 6 of them. The last one was released in 2016. It was shut down. That's too bad. I hope they release like a standalone or something. Was it actually a mobile like gacha game? Or was it something else? You missed all the Suikoden conversation when you were on the phone? It's alright, man. Was there something about Suikoden you want to talk about? Specifically? I was just discussing how I remember nothing from the storyline of 1 and 2. It'll be like playing it for the first time again. Yeah, the rating in the game is very well done. In fact, Final Fantasy XIV does its rating so well that almost every other MMO on the market takes cues from Final Fantasy XIV's raid design. There are entire games that are released based on Final Fantasy XIV's raid methodology. There was like a 2D game just released recently, Rabbit and Steel or something like that, where you basically fight bosses, and the mechanics are almost one for one from this game. The main villain from Suikoden 2 is the worst in any RPG you have ever played. Okay, now I have to look this up. Suikoden 2. I remember the main character. He has the Tonfa, right? This is the Tonfa guy. Suikoden 1 is the staff guy. The antagonist. Luca Blight. Luca Blight. he's got real I don't know. He looks like a product of that time. I feel like there's no antagonist that could have captured the time period where that was made than that guy. Was it like 1996? Luca Blight. Yes. He's got real Lufia and Rise of the Sinistral's energy. Rabbit and Steel is 2D 14 rating. Yeah. Yeah. So I actually remember the name of the game. Hey, look at that. Got it right in the first try. So when you say he's the worst villain, do you mean he's the most evil villain, not the worst as in the worst written villain? Lufia 2 was amazing. Lufia 2 was incredible. Incredible. That game is so good. But again, I think it might be a product of its time. Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals. Lufia 1 was really good, but I remember enjoying Lufia 2 far more. One of these days we'll have a party. We just need enough people to queue for random raids. You despise him on a level any other antagonist, beyond any other antagonist in any other game. Even Kefka isn't as evil as this guy. Just power hungry. And now you've got me all keyed up. Now I want to play Suikoden 2 so I can experience Luca Blight again for the first time. So I was mentioning before how I was watching this channel that does tool-assisted speedruns, right? So it's a robot that plays a game with the intent of playing the game as fast as it could possibly be played. I was watching them do a speedrun of Secret of Evermore. If there's a game that I really wish I could play again for the first time, it's that one. Secret of Evermore is so good. And it's just got this incredible soundtrack. It's just this like cheesy little Super Nintendo game, but the music is just beyond anything that whole era could produce. The guy that did the music for Secret of Evermore went on to do the music for Skyrim. And I was watching that playthrough, and I was just blown away. I remember thinking when I was younger, when I was playing that game, wow, this is great. I can't wait to see how, this must be a sign of things to come. We're only going to get better from here, not realizing I was playing the pinnacle of sound design at the time. The Mana series? Yeah, the whole thing. Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, all that back then. The alchemy system was kick-ass. One of the things that really surprised me as well was not just the music, but also the ambient sound in Secret of Evermore is just remarkably minimalistic. But it's really it's very unsettling when you're playing the game and you go into these spooky areas and it feels like the sound designer is focused on one sound in any of the areas, and they made that sound super high fidelity, and they play that. It's like the wind blowing or doors creaking or something, but it's very evocative of the environment that you're in, and somehow they really brought out the best in that 16-bit sound system. You got to Secret of Evermore too late. When you finally played it, you were kicking yourself for not doing so sooner. What do you mean you got to it too late? SNES is only surpassed by the PS2 as far as console content is concerned. I don't know, man. I'd never played a lot of PS2 games. I think at that point I was migrating out of consoles, I want to say. I think the PS2 might have been one generation past when I stopped buying consoles. So I remember distinctly owning a Super Nintendo, and at one point, I don't think I ever owned an N64 or a Dreamcast. I think I bought or rented those. My parents rented them. Not too late, just late. Okay, you didn't play it until like 10 years after its release. Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah, the speedruns for those games are actually really fun. I don't know if this is going to happen. I've been in a queue for 17 minutes. I feel like I might need to do something else. What else do we do? Thalea? What is Thalea? Can I just open this, click on this, open up my duty finder? Is it, oh, is it the last, is it the third Alliance raid that I have not yet unlocked? Okay. Okay, it's the third Alliance raid, got it. I guess I should at some point do that. At least unlock it, so I'm not, I don't know, blocked from doing content sometime in the future. Frontline Castrum Marinum, that's Emerald Weapon. Minstrel's Ballad, Thordan's Reign. The Minstrel's Ballad, that's Thordan Ultimate, right? Or, wait, is that really what that is? Is that Ultimate Thordan it wants me to do there? Minstrel's Ballad? No, is that Extreme Thordan? I never keep these right. Is it, if it's Extreme Thordan, why doesn't it just say Thordan's Reign Extreme? You like this 24-man raid content pretty well for this expansion? Can someone answer that? Is the Minstrel's Ballad Thordan's Reign Ultimate Thordan or Extreme Thordan? It's Ultimate. Okay, thank you. I thought it had a different name. I thought it was like the Dragon Song War. Minstrel's Ballad something else. Not Thordan's Reign. The Leia copied factory. Okay, let's just go ahead and boom. Reroll. Shuffle changes the location of all seals. Only available in current seal accounts between 3 and 7. Retry. Restores the status of a completed duty to incomplete while rendering the status of any incomplete duty to complete. So if I retry, select a completed duty to be rendered incomplete. Retry this. Yes. So it swaps it with that. The treasure dungeon. Ah, that's pretty cool. I did the lunar subterrane and then I completely botched the final boss. I seem to recall. Lapis Manalus. I'm trying to remember what any of these are. I don't recall what any of these are. I did them one time to get through them for the MSQ, but they obviously left no impression on me. Let's do the Ether Front. You think it's ultimate? I think it's ultimate too. But the way that you unlock the extremes is you go talk to the minstrel at the same time. So I mean, it could be extreme Thordan. But if it was extreme Thordan, wouldn't it just say Thordan Extreme? Singularity reactor. Oh, this is Thordan Unreal. Okay. I very rarely click on any of this. Savage. High-end duty. Unreal Thordan. Does anybody here do the Unreal fights? Are they good? Oh, it sinks you to 560? 565. Interesting. I think Ether Font is the fastest. Is that the one I'm queued for? Still queued for Abyssos. Clear selection. Oh my god. Ether font. Make the naming conventions the same. Yeah. No, I mean, using the right terminology is very important. So that people don't get confused about what things do. You know what game is really good about that? Is Path of Exile. Everything in that game, all the effects have very specific verbiage that they use to tell you what the effect of a thing is. Regen, degen, increased attack, like increased attack versus, like increased global attack versus local attack, crit, I'm sorry, crit versus local crit. It's very structured, so it's really easy for somebody to look at it and say, okay, this does this, this, and this. And it's uniform across all of the effects. Final Fantasy XIV and a lot of other games, to be honest, they're much less disciplined about that. So you have to figure it out. Did everybody go to bed? Players do enjoy consistency and easy to understand structure. Yes. Castrum Marinum Extreme. Chill Gwib Farm unsynced. I mean, that is one of the things I have to do. Do I need you to come tank for me? If you want. I'm just confused as to why it's taking so long for a party to get put together. She go extreme. On my memoria till I'm misera. Right. Unsync for fun and a job Deltascape 1. Coil of Bahamut turn 1. First time doing this raid, anyone welcome, synced only please. Oh, interesting. They're doing a synced first Coil of Bahamut. Good night, Coriar. Have a good one. It feels like everything was going really smooth. We were getting lots and lots of groups, then all of a sudden, just boom, everything just evaporated. It became 11 o'clock and everyone went to sleep. I feel like I had this exact same experience previously, many years ago. Crystal's the data center of all of the responsible adults with jobs. 11 o'clock is bedtime. They know they're going to be in the game for the next 2 weeks at least. Yeah, I think it's a bit too early to say that, yes, this is the result of people taking a break from the game. Now, the party finder, for instance, being completely empty. Like, zero high-level duties, high-end duties. Looking at this time, none. I mean, usually there's at least one. That's surprising to me. +21 RP. There we go. It's time to experience what Final Fantasy XIV really has to offer. Yeah, Oscar, if you want a tank, send me a tell, I'll invite you. Doesn't help that reset is tomorrow and maintenance starts on Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing, is what the hell is that? This is shadow being cast by this mountain. It's going all the way over to my house. The big thing is later this week, there's a couple days of downtime. Well, at least we got our Sage out of the way earlier tonight, which was the main thing for today, was to get this job done. Should I level Bard? I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before the end of the week. Maybe that's something else I can think about doing. Tomorrow it's not... Is that the last day before the maintenance is Tuesday? And then the maintenance lasts for a long time. Many, many hours. Over a day's worth. I'm the only person looking for anything. What is up? "48-hour maintenance. Can you offer a suggestion?" What are you suggesting? What's this little lock? That seems like a new icon. Does that mean I cannot trade it? IL and attributes sync to current job level. Unsellable, market prohibited. Is that what this lock means? Is it's unsellable? Fill up and do 29 of your quests. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't care enough to do a full quest log. Oh my god. That's way too much work. But thank you for the suggestion. This is a piece of artifact gear. You can only discard it or put it in glam. Got it. The lock means you haven't done the healer job quest yet. Which makes all the healer 89 gear dyeable. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. The... Right. I know what you're talking about. Emerald Carbol... This is 100? I thought this was only 90. Oh. I need 8 more tomestones. There we go. Hey. Let's go do a level 90 dungeon. The roll quests, right. It surprises me that even when I queue for something that appears to me to be completely random, there's a pretty good chance that there's somebody there who's never done it before. A lot of new players joined when the game released on Xbox. Oh yeah. Yeah, still though, it's like I'm queuing for something that I feel like is nobody's gonna do, right? And then it turns out that there's somebody who actually legitimately needs to do it. It's just, it's weird. It's wild to me that that works out so well. That system that they have to keep content fresh. This again, this is another dungeon with a very chill soundtrack. I guess they want you to be very relaxed when you do dungeons in this game. Just enjoy it, man. It's really nice that the content is evergreen. Yeah, there's always a reason to queue for the stuff. Right? It makes it easier for new people to get the parties that they need to clear the content that they have to clear. I mean, this is not the kind of music I would expect to go into a dungeon like this. I don't know. This seems so relaxing. Tidal breath? Uh-oh. Don't tidally breathe on me, please. Okay. Up, sweet. I don't know what this does, but we're gonna find out. Shards are resonating. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't stand next to them! You stood next to them, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Flood's Tide. It's a cool looking graphic, gotta say. Alright, so we gotta go this way, and then this way. How dare you breathe on me? Are you kidding me? I was able to get to where I was going, stand there and cast a spell, and I still got hit. It's a very chill song, yeah. It's just not what I was expecting in a dungeon like this. Are we moving forward, or what are we doing? Those big fat toxicons is what we're doing. Glad that they did that versus circumventing the need to do the content altogether. Yeah, when you're talking about like evergreenness of dungeons and things like that, I think it's a good system. Hey Shadow. Do I need to do either P1, 2, or P7, 8? I do need to do P7 or 8, but I don't think I'm gonna get to that tonight. But thank you. Yes, I do need to do that at some point. It's nice having a warrior tank. Gotta say, it really is. Not having to worry so much about the tank's health and well-being is nice, because then I can just focus on what I really want to do, which is deal damage. Oh, look at this guy. It's a messed up looking polar bear. Oh! Oh, there's the emboldened. Is that it? Is this... There's gotta be more to this guy, right? Oh, okay. It makes the arena much, much smaller. Got it. I'm about to fight even harder with the other DPS. Sorry, the DPS. For his spot. Yo, getting some stuff. Nice. Electric Eruption. Yeah, that boss is not bad at all. Aside from very few abilities, there's almost no unavoidable damage. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's crazy. Usually there's something that forces you to heal, but for that guy, what, as long as you shield people up for the war cry, everything else is avoidable. Hey, Zaylor Avon, thank you for the raid. Welcome, folks. How's it going tonight? How was your broadcast? I'll get you a shout out in just a second. we still going? Can we even go further? I think we're done. What did you get up to today? How was your broadcast? Next boss is 2 things that are unavoidable and is still fairly easy. Nice. It's always good to see. Started hard mode of rebirth. Nice. There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to start rebirth yet. I might have to wait until it comes to PC. Just to be safe. Whoops. Mr. Red Mage. Pulling all those bad guys. There's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of bad dudes. It's quite a journey. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's probably one of the highlights of my streaming career, honestly. So good. Wait, this guy? They evolved the combat? Nice. I just really loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great. The combat was super fun. But not overly complicated. And I felt like everyone had a great, solid combat identity. Right, you definitely knew when you wanted to use certain people over others because they had abilities or things that you needed. Okay, I don't recall what this guy does. I think I did this with the trusts. Octostroke? The hell? It sounds awful. Prepare to get octa-stroked. They kind of knew I was either going to get hit or somebody else is going to get hit by that. The hell is this? Okay, they're pointing at 3 different platforms, none of which are the ones we're on, so I think we're okay. Breath stroke? What does that mean? Clear out. Saline spit. Alright, we need to go somewhere. Oh, we need to go here. That's right. Stand right here. Let's spread out. Telekinesis. Apparently he's got mind powers. For some reason. Can someone explain to me why this giant octopus has mind powers? He's a psychic type Pokemon. Yeah, I guess so. That went pretty well. It's my second time doing that dungeon. Anything good? Not really. Don't they have huge brains? Maybe. Yeah, I think they're very smart. Let's see, use this. So now I've done 5 of 9. 4 more things to fill out Wondrous Tales. Have that finished. All right, nice, not bad. It was a pretty productive night tonight. Let's head back to my house. That reminds you of another psychic octopus. This fight music is a massive banger. Hell yeah, dude. The Final Fantasy IV boss battle music is something else. And this version of it is actually really good. Alright, folks. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here, though. It is 1:45 to midnight. I do need to get up early for work in the morning. Lots of stuff going on there. I'll be live again, probably, Tuesday night. We'll see. We'll see. Tuesday nights I usually take off, but it's the last night of the week I can play Final Fantasy XIV, so we'll see if I can make a special raid happen, special stream happen for Tuesday. Either way, I really appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight as I got Sage to max level, and that was what I was really looking forward to doing before the expansion releases on Friday. Don't forget, folks, if you enjoyed what you saw tonight, don't forget to follow the broadcast here on Twitch or subscribe over on YouTube, whichever way you prefer to consume the content. There are my socials. Twitter.com/SharpDressTV is my handle. There's the Discord link. There's the YouTube link with the rest of my content. I would love to see you all here again next time, everyone. Thank you again for joining. In the meantime, folks, have a great rest of your night. Have a fantastic Tuesday. And I'll see you all next time. Good night. Take care. Cheers.